Well, hello there, baby dolls. Look at you. Hope you have your fluffy slippers on for this one. If you've been watching my YouTube, you've noticed that I've been speaking about ICOs sometimes. I haven't made some content on it for a while, but I want you to know that it's all consistent. ICOs are now in their third cycle curse. And in this video, I'm going to show you an example of why this is such a devil's curse to be participating in. You can't walk in blindly in crypto. I provide high value content for you. You are avoiding the pitfalls. I'm giving this out for free. That's how much I love you, because we're friends. If you go to my YouTube, there are a lot of videos here. I even tell you that, yes, you are my friend. But also, if you scroll from a couple of months ago, I have videos on when I speak about different types of curses and how narratives eventually trap everybody. And one of the main things I've told you is, so this is a Bitcoin chart, all right? And as you can see, the Bitcoin returns diminish. But let's not focus on the returns. I want you to jump right into the circle of friendship here. When we entered 2013, they started making different altcoins. They started making more of them. And then we had more for 2015 and then 2021, etc., etc. What I noticed is whatever was popular in one cycle, when you move to the next cycle, that story that was popular back here, it starts losing its effectiveness big time. And then by the third time it appears, that cycle is useless. That narrative is useless. So here we had, this was Litecoin. Litecoin is Bitcoin fork, fair launch narrative. Okay, that's what it is. So I'm going to use specific examples. Bitcoin, this was the Bitcoin forks, right? You had Litecoin, it did like, 400, 500x, big money. Then they appeared in 2017 again, but they weren't the highest returning pumps. The highest returning pumps had to do with Ethereum launching its ICOs. But Litecoin still gave good money here. Litecoin did a 100x. It did a 100x. I can even show you. So it didn't go away for good, but it gave a 100x, man. Have a look at this. Look at this. Bang. Just like this. Snap. Let's have a check of this. Look at this. There you go. 109x. Big in 2017. So yeah, it gave like even more money in the earlier cycle, but it started diminishing. And now you can see why. Look how terrible Litecoin did in this cycle, 13x, before coming down 90%. So it did like a 400x, and then a 100x, and then a 13x. We're going through the passage of time. Now, people just look at Litecoin and they think, oh, I would never buy Litecoin, but it's got nothing to do with Litecoin. There is a narrative here, and we're going to go through just this MidCurve narrative, the Launchpads. Launchpads are not in their brand new part of the cycle anymore, friends. I want to show you where they came from, okay? Launchpads, you see this golden circle of friendship? This is where launches started. It was from Ethereum. So this was Launchpads, cycle 1. This was from Ethereum and the ERC20s. So this is where everything literally gave 50x, 100x plus. Huge. If you go back in here this time, it was also what I call the golden period of altcoins, because the VCs weren't established and they gave a giant portion of the coins to the public market, to retailers, to the innocent people, to those with pointy elbows, to those with straight backs, to those who have 3 ice cubes with their orange juice cup. Yes. It was a giant percentage. It was something like 40% given away to the public. Do you want to know what happened in 2021? How much is given out to the public? Instead of 40%, it went down to like 11%. I'm not making this up. That's how disgusting these VCs, these subhuman filth are. We went from 40% share to the open public down to like 11%. Disgusting. They just give themselves the treasuries and the fake advisors and all these insiders. They give themselves the coins. That's why. You probably wonder, why didn't coins go as much in 2021? That's why. Because these guys just came just to grift everybody. Now, in this first Launchpad, it was free money for everyone. Not that everybody knew, everybody thought this tech would change the world, but it was free money. Then, this was cycle 1. Then we move to cycle 2. Cycle 2 was disgusting. Now, I'm going to add here, Launchpads gave you anywhere from, I would say, about 50x to 100x range. This is big, by the way. Everything, literally everything was doing that if you just got in. There were some that did 1000x, right? But I'm just giving you the average. It's big. And how do I know this as well? Well, Ethereum, if you look at the total crypto market cap in this size, this time, because of Ethereum, the total crypto industry grew 323x. The total industry. Enormous. So, of course, all Launchpads were going 50 to 100x everywhere. That wasn't even the huge one. The huge one was the Ethereum ICO. Ethereum, right, that was like the original one. It did 1,400x from its ICO. Big. What happened in last cycle, in 2021? This is where, because I participated in a lot of Launchpads, I thought, hey, there was going to be money before, so it's going to happen again. This is where it got disgusting. A lot of them were just grifts. Straight grifts, scamming. A lot of influencers came and talked to your face. I'm not going to say the names of them. I'm not going to say the names of their brands because we're not going to lower ourselves to talk about rats like that. But there's absolute snake scum. Disgusting. They give themselves all the tokens. The influencers are in on it and they're dumping the tokens and they pretend like they say, no, I never did anything. No. Complete lies. But now when I tell you the average return for the average ICO was anywhere from a 5x to a 15x. What they did was as well, they only gave you a portion of the coins. So by the time you were actually in profit, you got like a tier of 10 releases, but they only give you like 2 that you can actually dump in profit. You get like 10% and then 10%. And how much is your profit? Garbage. This was on average. I did a lot. And I do mean a lot. I think I did over like 50 ICOs. Not joking. Many different Launchpads. Because hey, I had to try everything. There was no formula. You have to go out there. You have to go into the unknown. With a straight back. With your fluffy slippers. So you can already see there's a big discrepancy here. From 50x, 100x down to 5x to 15x. I already made my prophecy that Launchpads in the next cycle, right, I'm just going to do, and you're going to get pretty offended when I say this. I'm going to have 3 poopy heads. And I'm actually going to put a little knife emoji. The knife cutting through the poop. Avoid Launchpads. Avoid. This is Launchpads and ICOs. Same thing. This is just public market ICOs. It doesn't even matter what the coin is. This third cycle is going to be absolute garbage. This happens for every other narrative. I've made many videos to show you how narratives, they get less euphoric over time. I don't have enough time to go through all of that. I've gone through them in many other videos before. We can explore them again. But Launchpads and ICOs, trash. So, you know, memes, for example, memes did a new existence in 2021. That's why they've got some juice left in the next cycle. But memes are nowhere near going to go what they did in 2021. They're probably going to do this garbage, 5 to 15x on average. So you got to find the super good ones. But hey, at least it's a guarantee. It's a blue chip for where you can put your money. That's the advantage of it. You might say to me, well, if we're going to do less returns, then why bother? Well, it's because there's going to be like 50 sectors. You don't even know what's going to get a narrative, but you have a high probability of what was popular in the last time to at least be somewhat relevant again. But now we're in cycle 3 for Launchpads and ICOs. This is why I have this thread here to show you, right? Just going to quickly show you trash. This is just showing you my evidence of what I've been saying. I've been saying this since last year. I discovered this and I said, you are my friend. You are a kind baby doll. Yes, as well. Sorry, but UFOs are real. And I've been telling you, hey, keep your back straight for this one. Look at this. Camelot is like a public ICO, Launchpad. Don't even worry about how it works, all right? It's Arbitrum. Look at these coins. Lex, like it was the 50th perpetual DEX exchange, just gamble trading, wrecked. Sect, real yield, wrecked. PRY, social trading, wrecked. Winner, liquidity for casinos, wrecked. Look at this. Wrecked, 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 wrecked. Every single chart. There's not enough demand. This is all public, ICO, Launchpads. You can see, right? You can see what's happening. There's more. There's more. Factor. They do something. Who cares? Wrecked. Trove. Yield-bearing index. Wrecked. NEU. Delta neutral farming. Semi-wrecked. They're all wrecked. This was new is like literally the only coin that's like barely above the ICO price for everybody. So you can see already, I mean, you want to see death and destruction. Here you go, destroyed, see you later, lost all your money, losing all your money. Right, this one is maybe like this is just the examples. I'm just showing you time and time again. So this is what happens. And if you want to really know why, the crux of it, what does it come down to? It's because when Ethereum, let's go to the golden circle of friendship here. When Ethereum launched, it was such a unicorn that people genuinely believed it would change the world. They genuinely believed that now that anybody could launch an ERC20, we could launch a coin for everything. We could do financial incentives. We could do DAOs. We could do DeFi. People were speculating on that, and they had so much hope. And they're right. It probably will change the world, but not today. We just underestimated how long it will take. So that's what would happen. But then, when reality came down, when we move here, people now say, damn, man, if that ever came again, I'm just going to take profit. And that's what happened. That's why in the next Launchpads, you see, next Launchpads only give you like a 5 to 15x on average. It's because everybody knows what happened in the last one. And you've already exhausted all the future buyers. So all the people who would have bought in 2021 ICOs, they already bought in 2017. They got destroyed, unfortunately. So you might have let's say there's like 100,000 people in the world who would buy ICOs if they were exposed to them. Well, unfortunately, in this cycle, you already used 60,000 of those people. You did. That's why you get the 50 to 100x. And then in the 2021 cycle, you use the next 30,000. So what's left? There's just 10,000 people left out of 100,000. Do you see how we started with 60? We used 60% in the first wave, and then 30%, and then 10%. There's no one left. That's why there's less meat on the bone. Please confirm our friendship in the comment section. If you are liking this content, baby dolls, like, subscribe button, or you get to see this juicy information. So here I am repeating to you. Remember, I'm not charging you anything. I don't want your commission off your ICOs. I'm not here to sell you any trash. I don't want to do you any harm. I'm just here to help you. You can pay me 1 ETH when you make it in the future. Later on. I invest in you, my people, my friends. So now we know. Poopy everywhere. They are nothing special. ICOs are in their third cycle curse. Doomed. Avoid ICOs. Watch my YouTube. You are watching it now. Here I even tell you, right? As you can tell, my prophecy is coming true. You get to see this time and time again. ICOs. It's because everybody knows the game. Once everybody knows the game, there's no more money left. There's no more FOMO. There's no more people hitting market on the buy side. Because people in ICOs, when they launch these coins, look at these different use cases. A perpetual DEX exchange. They use that because there's been 50 before. They're like, oh, they work. Well, not really. Now they're saturated. Sect, give you real yield, social trading, liquidity for casinos. It doesn't matter. It's all garbage. Do you see how they're always doing these mid-curve yields? They're trying to put buzzwords. Social trading, real yield. By the way, real yield is where they pay you the yield in USDC or Ethereum. Did it matter? I want to show you Sect. Did this thing matter if it was real yield? It didn't do anything. This was a really crumpled slipper pattern. Look at this. These slippers are so crumpled, like, oh my God. Like, they are so crumpled, friends. There's a crack here, and there's a crack here, and there's a crack there. All right? And there's like all these dust around it. That's how crumpled we are right now. Look at this. Did it matter what it did? No, it didn't. It just mattered that it was a Launchpad ICO. So you get to see this happening right in front of your face. So I'm telling you, right? Retailers don't believe in them anymore. The money's gone. So now you get to see why it's important. Once everybody knows the game, it's over. I'm sorry, but it's actually over. This is why I'm scared for this cycle, friends. That's why I'm actually scared. So now we know everything's a poopy. That's why I have this water pistol here. Maybe we get scammed. Like, everybody coming into crypto is coming in for the casino. Now, I hope and I pray to the Lord above to please grant us in this arrow of friendship, please grant us a new crypto innovation that scams everybody, just like DeFi did in 2020. DeFi, complete scam. 99% wipeouts. It enriched all the founders. So whatever the tech appears in the next cycle, I pray it's going to appear. And trust me, I'm going to be skeptical about it. But here's the thing. I'm now thinking about everybody else. Maybe everybody else is going to be skeptical too, which means they're not going to go as nuclear and euphoric and volcanic as what DeFi did back in 2020. There was DeFi seasons here. So this is something to think about, friends. Once you are not anywhere near the dark anymore, that's not a good thing. That's bad. Now you're starting to see why. Why I love running around in the dark. No one can see you. Pants are off. No one can see you. Got no makeup on either. No one knows. Okay? No one can tell. You're running around in the dark with everybody else. It's very easy. But once they turn on the lights, everyone gets to see, oh, wow, you've been running with your socks? Look how dirty they are. You see, it introduces a lot more complexities once everybody knows the game. Because everybody is looking for the exit signal. This is why it's super important to know everybody else in the game. This is why I do what I do, and I'm here to share it with you. And you're probably also wondering, why share it with us? Aren't you afraid of teaching everyone the game? No, because I know the euphoria of the water pistols here, it's going to be through the roof. Everyone's going to be squirting themselves with water, but it's not going to be water. It's going to be spiked with some extra ingredients, some illicit substances, changing their brain. The euphoria will be there, the thrill. There'll be new coins, new use cases, the pump, the green candles, everything's just getting started. But unfortunately, that's probably going to be the end. Now, I hope it turns out differently, but do you want to take that risk? Like, hey, we have a chance here. We have a chance to save ourselves in 2.5 years from now. Which side are you going to be on? I know what side it is. The friendship side. Tell mum and dad we're going to make it. Like, subscribe, or button all, friends. Catch you in the next one.